This is a presentation of News 4 Sports, Colorado's sports channel.
There are special nights, and then there are special nights like this one. Good evening, I'm Molly Hughes with CBS 4, and I am pleased to welcome you to the 30th Annual Sportswomen of Colorado Awards. That's right. They've been doing this for 30 years now. Can you believe it? Sportswomen started saluting women in sports long before it was fashionable, and with that head start, they are still doing it better than anyone else. It's hard to believe, but back in the early 1970s, when all this kicked off, women had never run an Olympic marathon, and snowboarding, triathlons, mountain biking, those were all sports of the future. So this is a night to celebrate 3 decades worth of change and achievement. And that calls for a trip back in time with Marcia Neville and all of your favorite sportswomen of Colorado. So I hope you enjoy the ride and enjoy this very special evening.
A friend of mine called me and said, what would you think of sort of a Hall of Fame or something for female athletes? And I said, wow, that'd be great.
It started out as a fundraiser for the old YWCA. Buffet dinner in a gym.
Buffet dinner in a gym. Exactly. The paper napkins and the paper cups and the card tables. That was it. Now there are 600 to 700 people there every year, and it's huge.
The very first sportswoman to sit down at those card tables was golfer Cindy Hill. The national amateur champion was the very first sportswoman of the year.
Right away gave us credibility with the media. They didn't even know Cindy was here.
With figure skater Dorothy Hamill, interest continued to grow. Her smile and her hairdo inspired a whole generation of women.
Debbie Wilcox, she was the gymnast that was the gymnast from Colorado and probably still is. She was from Littleton. She was an Olympian. She was on the Pan American team. She got a perfect 10. She was everything. Then the fourth Sportswoman of the Year, Olympic volleyball player Jane Gibson, changed everything.
Gibson there to knock it back down the middle.
She was a great role model for what we were trying to do.
Outside set, Boupré over to Reed.
It was big. I mean, and she got some publicity.
Outside set, Jenny Gibson bombs away down the alley.
Got some publicity for team sports. See, now we're getting into team sports, which was a total different era for women.
And that new era continued with the pride of UNC pitcher Lou Peel.
The big star and the big hero and everything.
She took Northern Colorado all the way to the College Softball World Series. And then there's the pride of Evergreen.
I started in 5th grade. I guess I was just, at recess, I just watched the boys play, and I wasn't interested in what the girls were doing, so I'd just go play.
Javi was all-state and all-American in both volleyball and basketball at Evergreen High School and the University of Tennessee.
If you had an athletic daughter, that's where you'd want to aim. You'd want them to behave and be like Tanya Javi.
For the Evergreen Cougars, I have never had a team that I've been more proud of than this one.
In 1981, the Evergreen volleyball team was the big news. They were chasing and would ultimately break the national record for consecutive wins.
All right, let's go now. Stay tough on the front row. Front row. Front row. Out of way.
The Cougars were the first team to be named Sportswoman of the Year.
That was wild. And their coach was wilder.
Overtime number 1. Oklahoma State dominated, but senior Tracy Tripp refused to blow her last chance.
And if any team defined the changing times, it was the Lady Buffs, as they were known back then. Ceal Berry and her CU team won the Big 8 title in 1989.
We worked so hard, we were down, and we just came back, and can't say enough for this team. It's awesome.
And they all shared Sportswoman of the Year honors. From From Heritage High School in Littleton, soccer player April Heinrichs went international. She won the first ever Women's World Cup, and now
let me introduce April Heinrichs, our new national team coach.
She's the first woman to coach the national team. Top 4 in the country, the Sweet 16.
Just to be able to see how the program's grown and how many fans. Boy, Colorado just loves their sports, and it's just been fun to play here.
Taking CSU to the next level, Becky Hammon was all everything. All-American, the WAC's all-time leading scorer, and in the off hours, all dance party.
I can't believe I'm doing this for all of Colorado.
I really cannot believe I'm doing this.
No matter what floor they were on, Hammon and teammate Katie Cronin had all the right moves.
That's us.
And where would Colorado and Sportswomen be without its runners? Mary Decker's brief stop at CU put the awards on track. Local hurdler Rhonda Blanford learned her sport at Aurora Central High School, then went on to set the pace at Nebraska and finish her career undefeated in the Big 8.
There's an interesting story in lane 2.
Then there's hurdler Yolanda Johnson. She beat the best in the country, set national records, and was Sportswoman of the Year before she even graduated from high school.
I'm running for everybody. And myself.
And she's 42. I mean, that's the real point.
She was the oldest winner of the New York Marathon.
Priscilla Welch.
On the other end of the spectrum was the old lady of the marathon, Priscilla Welch. The former chain-smoking couch potato ran her way all the way to the top.
What a race.
Libbie Hickman started out at CSU, but she made her name in Boulder, winning the Boulder 10K. She was the first American to take the professional women's title in 14 years.
This one will be remembered for a long, long time.
Grgas-Wheeler made her name in Boulder, too, as a 3-time national champion coming off leg surgery.
It's pretty cool. It's pretty exciting. And it's funny because if you had talked to me in January, I was pretty low. I wasn't running. I was pretty sad, but things have turned around.
Grgas-Wheeler went undefeated in cross country and led CU to their first NCAA title.
Solid back flip.
For NCAA champion Karen Beer, the sport was gymnastics at DU.
Okay, very clean.
He was so graceful and not very big. DU had the only good gymnastics college program in Colorado, and Karen was their star.
Karen throws that double turn like it was easy as pie.
Olympian Jill Trenary brought Colorado figure skating back to the world stage. In 1990, she won the World Championship.
I fell in love with Aspen right away.
First-time Olympic gold medal tennis player Gigi Fernandez saw Aspen. She was hooked, and the doubles champion never left.
Don't worry about it. I'll get it.
The move made her the top doubles player in the world. She lost weight, switched coaches, then won 8 Grand Slam titles.
Someone closer to my age, Vicky Getz, has won it twice, and she just made the tour through qualifying school.
It's as impressive as a trophy can be, and in a tradition that goes back nearly 100 years, Cherry Creek graduate Jill McGill is the latest golfer to win it.
It's quite a thrill to think that you're holding something that has dated back to 1895.
Jill McGill is the latest to ensure that Colorado is forever a part of that U.S. golf history.
The thing that I love the most is jumping. For me to be in the air and, you know, free floating for a couple of seconds. It's awesome. It's a great feeling.
And don't forget those sports of the future. When freestyle skiing and the rest started going mainstream, Sportswomen was all over it, with Olympian and world champion mogul skier Ann Battelle. World champion triathlete Kirsten Hanssen.
I really can't believe it. It's real special, it's been real exciting, and it's hard to believe that it's me though.
An American is leading the World Championship race here on American soil in Vail, Colorado.
Olympic mountain biker Alison Dunlap. She won her World Championship just days after the 9/11 terrorist attacks.
Alison Dunlap coming into our finish arena, grabbing an American flag.
It was almost like there was no way I wasn't going to win that race that day. It was just, I don't know, it was a very powerful day.
Alison Dunlap, the American, has done it.
Carpenter is a three-time winner of the Coors Classic, a pioneer in women's bicycle racing.
We don't sit there and dream about the Olympics either. It's just a reality. You know, it's part of what we're training for, part of what we worked for, and we both fully expected to be there.
But bicycle racer Connie Carpenter Finney didn't just ride in the Olympics. She won gold and was the first athlete to repeat as Colorado's Sportswoman of the Year.
It was different, but she was so outstanding. That was it. She was so obvious.
And then there's the only three-time Sportswoman of the Year, Colorado's only six-time Olympic gold medalist.
It was just a slam dunk. You couldn't pick anybody else.
Swimmer Amy V. Amy Van Dyken.
On a good day, I breathe 65% of what you're breathing right now. On a bad day, it's less than 10% sometimes.
A severe asthmatic who couldn't even do one lap of the pool when she was little.
And people say, oh, Amy can't do it. Well, if they say I can't, I gotta prove that I can.
And boy, did she prove it. Headlines, a parade, and all those gold medals.
I remember thinking, this can't be happening. I'm not supposed to win 4 gold medals. And when I looked over, I saw my mom, my dad, my brother, my sister, my husband, and my best friend all crying. I knew that what I had done wasn't just for me, it was for everybody.
But out of all the Olympians, the world champions, the record setters, only one Sportswoman of the Year has been to the top of the world.
Great day. Got a little cloud cover and a little sun.
She's mountain climber and adventurer Ellen Miller, and she's been to the summit of Mount Everest twice.
You know, just spend time and savor the moments up there and look around. I kind of like to stand with one foot in Tibet and one foot in Nepal and just have my little moment there. One little moment is the highest person on the earth.
It's an impressive collection, these Sportswomen of the Year, and an impressive organization. From the early 70s right into the new millennium, Sportswomen of Colorado continues to grow, and so does the recognition its winners receive.
I guess our message would be to be the best you can be and help somebody else be the best they can be.